At a campaign event on Saturday in Lafia, the capital of Nasarawa State, All Progressives Congress APC presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu dispelled rumors that he and President Muhammadu Buhari were at odds, saying that if constitutional democracy had existed, he would have asked if constitutional democracy had existed, he would have asked the president to continue in office. Since the Naira redesigning fiasco, Mr. Tinubu's relationship with Mr. Buhari has been the focus of rumors. He devoted a significant portion of his speech to the president's praise. The address was different from the ones he gave in the states of Ogun and Ekiti, where he claimed that measures to undermine his campaign included an internal lack of the uttered notes. Some of Mr. Tinubu's closest allies, including the governors of Kaduna State, Nasser El-Rufai and Umar Ganduje, have claimed in separate interviews that elements close to the president are plotting against Mr. Tinubu and the party. The former governor of Lagos State did not mention the shortage of the new notes of petrol in the entire nation during his speech, which was given in front of Mr. Buhari. Instead, he discussed how Mr. Buhari rejected the notion of a third term. The president and state governors are only allowed to serve 4 years term each under the Nigerian constitution. In order for a president and governors to serve more terms, the constitution would need to be amended. Additionally, Mr. Tinubu compared Mr. Buhari to American Civil War hero and former President Abraham Lincoln. It is a pleasure and an honor to have you here today to discuss democracy and our party. We are glad to have partnered with you 20 years ago in the efforts to transform Nigeria, combat corruption, poverty, failure and hunger, as well as the unexpected drop in oil prices and violent attacks on our people and property. You took this on bravely. Yes, Nigeria is still in existence as a country, and we feel this is due to constitutional democracy. However, we would have begged you to stay, but you refused, stating that you were returning to Daura where you missed your farm and home. Since this is a constitutional democracy, not that I don't love you, miss you, or appreciate you, but there is more to life and changing Nigeria with time. I will move outside to make room for you folks to go forward. Standing up here or there, we can clearly see the Bola Tinubu poster on you, which makes me happy to know that you are the face of the APC and Bola Tinubu. Those who believe there might be a flaw in our friendship and relationship will continue to be let down, and their momentary happiness will be restricted. In our case, strengthening the nation comes before the person. It has to do with character, honesty, and integrity. The APC candidate remarked, "You are a terrific man with political experience." Speaking in both Hausa and English, Mr. Buhari declared that he would keep supporting Mr. Tinubu and his party. He informed the gathering that he is confident Mr. Tinubu will give his best for the nation and emphasized that Mr. Tinubu will win the presidential election on 25th February, hands down. He said, "I am glad to be here today as part of the campaign to elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu as Nigeria's next president and to serve a second and final term as governor of Nasarawa State. I sincerely appreciate you braving elements and spending hours in the sun. I want to congratulate you and reassure you that we will triumph completely. I knew Bola Ahmed Tinubu more than 20 years ago. Considering all the issues we encountered, as I previously mentioned, I visited every local government in that time period. When I ran for re-election in 2019, I traveled to every state. I will keep running for Bola Tinubu," the president declared. You see two of them deceiving themselves. You see now that the APC governors met some days ago. Now the next campaign was Nasara, so they quickly begged Buhari to go and say all of these things. You will see that Tinubu will not say anything about the naira note again. He will not say anything. You see what he, of course, you could hear what he said. He will not say anything about fuel scarcity. Of course, he's not even saying anything about fuel scarcity. He's talking about the designing of the naira, the policies that Ebefele put in place, and what have you. You see that he will not say anything. For those who are jubilating, yes, he's saying the right thing. I'm sure he's not going to talk about postponement of anything. Remain in power. He said, oh, it would have been it's a good thing for him to remain in power. Remain in power when you believe it is your turn. Hey, deception of the highest order. But I know that Buhari is not even fooled by that statement. Only idiots will vote for this selfish man. Upon all the insults he rained Buhari and their party at Ogun State and Ekiti, this man is double-edged knife. Now, wow. Just imagine what a visionless man is talking. What we are passing through is not his concern. You are going nowhere. It's not his concern now. Just for you to see Buhari, always see Buhari on in his campaign ground, and that is what matters to him. The architect of all evil. So remain in power to do what? You are really empty. Tinubu is a hypocrite. He thinks Buhari will give him power in the platter of good. When he feels Buhari is not supporting him, he will start to criticize him. A president who you just disgrace publicly at 3 different rallies as somebody whose policy causes Nigeria would is now a saint. Nigerians will surely consider voting for a more serious leader and not a shameless leader whose statements are not realistic, not reliable, and who will play policies with lives of citizens. That is what he has been doing. Mr. Bola Tinubu, why do you always talk like a child? So President Buhari didn't do well in office. Why do you want him to remain in office? Story. If you requested him to remain in power, it will not be your turn again. Every day you keep on exposing yourself. So if not that Buhari refuse you, you would have amended the constitution or acted out of constitution to make sure that Buhari remains in power. Wait, oh, that quote of Tinubu shows he is a wrong candidate for the presidency. Tinubu is a hypocrite and pretender, so he has totally disqualified himself from power. It is wrong to insult elders. If not, I would have said God punish him for saying that rubbish despite the hardship. Where are APC evil brooms and why are they not campaigning with it? Shame on APC and gullible supporters. Political statements that clearly didn't even come from the bottom of the heart, coming particularly from a man begged his entire fans to join in frustrating the ambitions of a former president OBJ when he was carried away with the sweetness of absolute power to demand a clearly unconstitutional third term. This country has become a joke. I'm very sure other countries will be laughing at us right now. What shame just took at old people fighting for powers while the citizens are passing through stress. That's their life. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this. Thank you.